girl. Hey, how you is? What's new with you? Tell me a thing.
I'm good, Henny. I'm good, highly favored and blessed.
You
The
got
sun is up.
you got it backwards. It's blessed, highly favored, but
I do what I got to do. Let me get my words out. Happy Palm Sunday,
happy
Henny.
Palm Sunday, girl. Happy Palm Sunday. It's the day of the palms, and you live in
Hmm.
plantation right beside
That's
of them.
right, Henny. Palms and donkeys, Henny. Palms
Palms
and
and
donkeys.
donkeys. Oh
That's what
God,
South Florida's known for.
it is one of my favorite days to go to. Like at church, we would have palms and get them blessed,
Oh yeah, us too.
and then they would take those palms and burn them for ashes for Ash Wednesday for us.
Oh, we don't do all that
I
now.
know, I know. Y'all don't do the Ash Wednesday stuff. I know, I know, I
We
know.
use it for composted, Henny. Composted.
Yeah, we can't because they're blessed, and there's rules about how you have to handle blessed items.
Well, I guess we don't technically do blessing. We just, black
Yeah,
churches just wave around and wave around
yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
palm
Yeah,
leaves.
y'all don't do blessings. I know it is a very Catholic thing to do. Dear listeners, I apologize for last week. I did
Why?
because we didn't have this, and I was having a Cherokee all on my own.
A Cherokee
I was having
key.
a party just for one, a
Yes,
me
honey.
party.
That's the best kind of
It
parties.
was. I slept so good in that bed. Oh, so they've renovated. I know you've never been Cherokee. So they have the old hotel, and then
Yes.
their first hotel they built, and they built two new towers. Right, the casino is pretty fucking big. So it's a three tower hotel. Well, the original tower they completely renovate all the rooms. They are
Okay.
nice and they are
Mm.
comfortable, and the air conditioning gets down to 60 degrees. So it
Look,
is,
that's
girl.
heaven for you.
Girl, but like the comforter's a fake down comforter, so you could get cold and wrap up in that comforter and be like you're in your own little
Ah,
like winter Olympic room, and just all comfortable and cozy. Ooh, see me doing my little dance right now, girl.
it's like staying at an ice bar.
It is, girl. I felt like what was his name? Shaquille O'Neal in that commercial
What?
when I was doing my little dance just then.
Yes, a little shaking. The Shaquille shimmy, honey. The Shaquille shimmy.
So how much sports do you follow, girl?
I know it exists.
So if you did not know, right now it is March Madness.
Oh my God, that's right. Your school is doing really well.
We won. First of all, we beat UNC, which is a huge deal, May. That is a
That's right.
huge,
Oh
huge
no, I
deal.
could tell from my Facebook. It was
We
giant.
we we what like so we were one of the lowest in the ACC, and we beat the top of the ACC to win the ACC. Dear listeners, if you aren't from North Carolina or adjacent states, you may not understand that we love college basketball here. Even
So
I,
much.
even I love college basketball. Like
Even you.
remembering back in like middle school and high school, teachers would have it on the TV, on
Yep.
the channel 1 TVs that we had, and
Yep.
have it playing on silent.
Yeah, those were good times.
They
We didn't have to
were.
do anything. We
No,
did nothing.
we did nothing in like all the way through high school. Girl, speaking of, do you remember all those EOCs that we took in high school?
Yes.
They got rid of most of them. Yeah.
Dear listeners, if you could see my face right now, the amount of stress and the amount of
Did they make you stressed?
all testing makes me stressed. 'Cause I'm not.
Oh.
I just like that's. It's just. I mean, like neither one of us is an idiot, but like I'm just a very tests themselves. Just they make me stressed, right?
I think that you could leave off the word tests themselves and just say they make me stressed, and it would be that's called generalized anxiety disorder, girl.
Yes, we know. We're well aware at this point in our life. Yes. Thank you. We know. We're well
We.
aware.
Oh, did you change your pronouns? Are you referring to yourself as we now? I support your journey.
Dick.
So did you go see that transphobic concert or not?
No.
Okay.
It's what you said though, right? It's literally like my brain, I won't derive the same amount of joy.
Yep.
Right? It's just like, because for me, it's just like, it's such a personal thing now.
Mm-hmm.
Having like the friends and the other things I do, it's like, it's just too much.
Yep.
Bleh. Did you watch that documentary on Freaknik?
On what?
Freaknik, honey, down at ATL. You gotta watch it. It's on Hulu. Because remember, we used to have people in our school that went down to that.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, you might have not been that black. I mean, you were connected to a lot of black females in our high school.
Yes, yes, I was. I really was. I was their little gay white support person.
Yeah, so I can't believe you had not heard of Freaknik before. Well, Freaknik was basically like the craziest, wildest black centric spring break party in the country. It was so bad they had to disband it.
In Atlanta, I thought there was the one. I thought there was one in Philly.
No, this is in Atlanta.
Okay.
Freaknik was like legend status, but they
so
like
was the
it
one
was
in
so
Philly.
bad.
Like I don't hold on here.
In fact, when the documentary came out in one of my internal channels of texting, somebody said, didn't you go to Freaknik? They were talking to one of the people on the channel. They said, yes. Why? They said, that documentary came out. You better go watch it, see if you ain't on camera. She said, I was not. I watched it.
I think it's called, the one in Philly is called Sway.
Yeah, Freaknik was crazy. But there were sermons against it. Like, I mean, all of it. It was like that. Yeah. So just like I said, you just watch it, girl. It's on Hulu. Just watch it. It's a hoot.
Girl, speaking of documentaries I'll probably never watch, did you know we have a Patreon?
What?
Dear listeners, go to patreon.com. Mims, maybe you can throw some money. Girl, I hate documentaries. I hate them.
But this is fun. This is like fun personalities. And stuff like that.
we went to the local like art house theater and was like, oh, there was a documentary getting ready to be played, and I was like, you know what? The last documentary that wasn't science-based, because some of the science-based ones I enjoy. The last documentary I enjoyed was, my husband's like, Mucho Mucho Amor. I was like, I forgot about that one. Yes, I did enjoy that one. But previous to that, he's like, I was like, it was probably Bowling for Columbine. Like Michael Moore, all the shit you could say about him, the man can make an entertaining documentary.
They're amazing.
Like Bowling for Columbine, Fahrenheit 9/11, 9/11, great. Yeah. But in between that, I've tried to watch something like this is just. Ugh.
I love Errol Morris documentaries also.
I don't know what that is.
Sorry.
I don't even
we're
know.
We're not gonna deep dive into this. This would be like you talking about chemistry with me. So we're not gonna deep dive into this.
I don't know her. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Did you know that we have another podcast?
What?
That's right. We have Baking Sugar, our Deciding Women podcast, and Over the Moon, our Moonlighting podcast. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Did you know we have merchandise?
Did you just have a stroke?
I was doing that on purpose. I was pausing for comedic effect. Apparently,
don't play like that.
Apparently, I went.
Don't play like that. We're over 40. You can't be playing like that.
Apparently, I went a little bit too long there. Hey, Maim.
You're over 40. You can't You can't be joking like that.
Shed some light on the situation. There we go. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Merchandise, MimsMaim.com. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Do you know what I love?
5-star reviews.
And right about now, we're at 2. This is season 4, episode 13. Harbinger of Death.
gosh.
So, girl, we're at a model telescope with the dinkiest little tube, paper towel tube going up and down and moving around. This is trash. Like this is horrible.
I mean, guess, but I love them. I love the ones like this.
So we're going through the cast. There's Jeffrey Tambor, that sexist. Well, he is. Like, that is, he is a
I know.
Blatant, like, gross.
I know. No, he is. He's awful.
Well, there's a man, ASTFJKL, semicolon. In the middle of the night. I go walking in my sleep. To the mountains of the fame. To the river so deep. I go looking for something. Something sacred I lost. But the river is wide. And it's too hard to cross. Even though I know the river is wide, I walk down to instead of the shore. I love that song. Like,
so much trauma. So much
trauma. That was the most fun.
No, it was fun, but not like in the amount of times we listened to that song. Like, she kept it on repeat.
Well, yeah, because she wanted us to learn how to type to the beat of the song. A-A-S-S-D-D-F-F. A-A-S-S-D-D-F-F. Do you remember the gay man who taught us typing in 8th grade? Semicolon.
Oh my gosh, yes! I forgot about him! Holy crap!
All those ancient ass typewriters.
There was him, and then there was that other super gay one that in 1st grade took over for our teacher because she got married and like
I was in a different 1st grade class.
No, I know, but I remember like it was the craziest thing because I mean I don't know even how this worked out, but our teacher in 1st grade got married, and I guess she then took the rest of the year off
or quit.
I mean, we're little like 1st graders, right? But then either her brother or her brother-in-law became our new teacher, and he was like this very like now in hindsight, I'm like, oh girl, like he looked like this like blonde kind of twinkish preppy. Like late 80s Falcon movie kind of looking guy. Like I just all coming back to me now, girl.
Speaking of that, whenever I go jog, like I go jog a certain time every day, as I'm going around, there is somebody walking who looks just like a young Ronan Farrow. He is so beautiful. Like it's like this little elf just coming through the woods and with that blonde wolf cut. Like blonde hair, blue eyes, just kind of thin but built, and like but little doughy all at the same time. Oh, pale, like you could see through it, but not pink pale, white pale. Like, oh, it's beautiful. Like, and I don't
pink pale, but white pale.
And normally I don't go for pale, right?
Oh,
like
I know.
I usually require a little.
I know.
Yeah.
I know, girl.
I know. But Ronan Farrow does it for me. I don't know about you, but Ronan Farrow does
I do think he's very handsome.
That man could get it.
Yeah.
Get it hard.
I do think he's very, very handsome.
I would not even be a side.
Girl.
I'd be the full fucking dinner.
Yes, honey, with the gravy.
So there's a woman staying there who just goes, Leonard. And we find out that her name is Faye, and she's just standing there in the shadows, and the man typing is Leonard. Yes. They're searching for Comic Girl. They just went under the sink. It's right beside of the Glass Plus.
Jeez. Do
that
people even use Comet anymore?
yes,
Like,
girl, that's what my family used. We were Comet
no,
people.
we still do, but it's like, it's funny when you think later in time about like all of the commercials we used to see, and they just don't advertise
It's
like that
because
anymore.
that stuff's not good for you.
Comet's not good for you?
No, no,
Oh,
you're supposed to. I mean, it is if you wear gloves and shit.
it's so effective.
It is. It is. Have you ever used Barkeeper's Friend on like pots and pans and stuff, and
I
like
don't even know
stainless
what
steel?
Barkeeper's Friend is. What
It's
is
it's
Barkeeper's Friend?
it's for like stainless steel stuff. It works. It's a steel scrubber thing. Yeah, look it up.
Interesting.
Hmm.
Okay. All right.
Well,
Barkeeper's Friend.
he asked Leonard's like, "Where's Carrie? Have you heard from her? She's still at Aunt Edna's." So Thor and Russell are walking down the street singing "Do Wah Diddy Diddy Dum Diddy Do," and Russell's Jeffrey Tambor with dark hair. It's very unsettling. Looks the
It is
exact
weird.
same, just dark hair.
Yeah.
And we find out
Weird.
that DC is interested in whatever they're doing at this place
With all of the astronomy stuff?
with all the astronomy things on that little mini set and wherever they are. I don't know. This was probably filmed at Caltech or something, right?
Yeah,
Or maybe
that's what I was thinking.
or maybe it could even be like the CBS like corporate area.
Well, I'm sure. I mean, like, I'm sure in Los Angeles, like, especially like in the hills, there's probably some observation things.
The hills, they have eyes.
Girl, they gotta close them, honey. They gotta close.
Girl, the hills have eyes. Do you know where that's based?
The hills have eyes? No.
Yes, it's based in West Virginia as you're coming into North Carolina.
Oh Lord.
Because he's on his way to Raleigh for West Virginia.
Well, I ain't gonna lie.
That's such a bad movie. But then somehow the place they go to is not hilly. Like it's just a flat plain. I have been to that area. I was very close to that area when I was in Cherokee. It is not, there's nothing flat there.
Of
The
course you
flattest
did.
thing are all the white people's asses walking around.
Oh Lord. They must be pure. They must not have no Native American in them.
They got 116 Cherokee. All of them. Every single white person there.
Girl,
is
you know
116
that's
Cherokee.
one.
Girl, I lost you. Back. All right, girl. At like 1/16th, girl, everybody. You know, that's why the Cherokee made it 1/8 before you could draw from the casino money.
I mean, I would too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what? It seems like you should do something like that. I mean, that's real. That's true.
So we find out that Faye is in charge of the Datum Systems Network, and computers just like her.
Oh,
And Russell's in charge of contracts.
contracts. Just
And so they're all in Russell's office, and Leonard's here, and there's a cocktail party tonight, girl, with all the
Ooh.
bigwigs from the District of Columbia.
Ooh, come on, cocktail party, honey.
I know, don't
Yes.
you love a cocktail party?
I do love a cocktail party.
I don't like parties.
I like the cocktail part of parties.
I know, I don't like parties.
I mean, I don't particularly like parties, but if I'm going to be
love
at a party,
you love a party. You love being around people. You do, even though dear listeners,
I do when I'm drinking. When I'm drinking, I do.
I see this face she's making right now, and I have seen her out at like before drinks at a club, at like a place where she knows people, and she will just flit on over. Hey, I can't believe you came. Oh my God, so good to see you. So stone sober.
That's
and
one of the people I know. That's people I
she
know.
loves it. She.
If I don't know nobody around me, I don't talk.
Oh,
if I don't know nobody there,
can you give me a few minutes? My mom's calling me.
Okay.
And we're back, girl. And we're back. Mama Mims just gave us a call.
Come on, Mama Mims. How's she doing, girl?
She's planning her retirement finally.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I can't believe it.
Thinking about it. Like. So we're at the Cooperville Lodge and a taxi's pulling up, girl.
Come on, taxi.
And JB's here. And so's Leonard.
Oh, hey, Leonard.
And Leonard forgot when his own anniversary was here. JB's here to celebrate he and Carrie's anniversary, which was the 7th, but Leonard thought was 17th. And Leonard's just,
You know how those smart people are. They forget everything basic. Life skills, family.
And he's like, oh, Carrie's at Edna. Her bursitis is kicked up. And JB's like, Edna? Oh, that's interesting. Mm-hmm. 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 So we're back.
I can't.
Go ahead.
I didn't rewatch. It was a couple of days since I rewatched. Was Carrie her niece or her cousin? Niece, right?
I don't know. Yes. It's niece because he calls her later on. Leonard says, "This is my Aunt JB, Jessica."
That's right.
Yeah,
because that's one of the jokes. That's right. Okay.
Ha 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 ha. So we're back at the university, and this is where that joke happens when he's putting him over to sign into the Security.
Mm-hmm.
And Leonard takes JB up to the telescope, and Faye's here with like some calculations and like a big old stack of numbers on some dot matrix printer. It's very cute.
Yeah.
Very nostalgic.
Oh, dot matrix.
Well, yeah. God. Oh, I love that show. Reboot.
Yes, Reboot was amazing.
Who was your favorite character?
I don't think I had a favorite character.
Hexadecimal.
They're okay. I mean, I don't think I had a favorite character though.
Hexadecimal, the drag queen.
I wasn't thinking of it like that back then, but yeah, I guess in hindsight, that probably would be my favorite.
I mean,
character.
the virus. I forgot what his name was. I always thought it was Kelsey Grammer doing the voice. It sounds so much like him.
It sounds like him. Yeah.
Well, it's outside of the DC bigwigs are here, and they're like having the cocktail party at like 2 p.m.
Yeah, it's like a brunch, like a garden party, cocktail party.
So we're at the party, and Leonard's being asked everybody, and this woman in an outfit walks by. She's being accompanied by Eric Trump.
Ooh. Oh God, yes.
His name is Drake Eaton, and he is Madeline's helper. And Madeline comes over and introduces herself, JB, and it's like, I'm Madeline DeHaven. Nice to meet you. It's so good to meet you. I'm Madeline DeHaven, and I look fantastic.
You do, Madeline. Do you need a cough drop?
No, I'm good, thanks.
Okay.
But I look the gold morphine could learn something. I agree. Do you watch The Pit Stop?
Sometimes, not always.
This week it was Lawrence Chaney with Trixie. And Lawrence she said the one thing I agree with about Morphine's outfit. The panties. The panties should have been different. Like this
has been a bad panty season.
But most of it's been Q's panties.
Yeah. I hope people understand what we're talking about.
If they don't, they don't.
Like, I just realized without the context of that.
What are
Like, we could be talking.
what are Q's panties? And they start searching.
They're like, oh.
That's a Q panty.
Is that an anime thing?
So Faye and JB, like we're at the party. People are moving around as happens in parties. You know, within
we're mingling
within the confines of a small stage area, studio stage. And Faye and JB talk about Carrie, and Faye's like, I don't. Carrie left me with Edna. You know, it's very odd. On another side, Drake and Thor are talking about Leonard's research. Leonard comes over with Russell, and they're in an argument. And Leonard leaves, grabs JB. They go up. Faye sees them, puts down her double scotch. Girl, that's a strong-ass drink. It goes up and follows them, too. And Faye's got some new coordinates and hands them to Leonard to put in. Faye goes home. Leonard types in the coordinates as he's spilling coffee all over everything. And JB's like, nah, I'm ready to go home. So JB goes back to the hotel. Dear listeners, this episode is all over the goddamn place. It is not, it's a linear episode, as Maim likes to say. But it is at like 4 different locations. None of them good. We're back at the hotel, but...
Hello.
God, this phone doesn't even really ring anymore.
You're after to get a new ringer.
That's what I get for buying it for $2 off Amazon.
Hello.
Anyway, it's Carrie. And she says Edna has her out doing. She was. Carrie calls. JB said earlier that Edna had her out doing errands, and JB's like, "Look, I was just at Edna's. Edna's fine, and Edna's not a good liar. What the hell's going on?" And Carrie's just like, "Tell Leonard I love him."
Don't sound like it to me, girl.
I'm like, bitch, you need to say more than that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're back at the university in the telescope area, and it's 12:35, and Leonard runs out the door.
Where's he going?
I don't know. The next morning, they're all looking for Leonard. He's like, he left. It's him and Faye. And they're upstairs, and like Russell looks through the telescope. It's at Russell's house. There's a body at Russell's house.
A body?
A body. Oh, it's almost like we're watching a murder mystery, girl. Uh-huh. We're at Russell's, and we meet Detective Sergeant Kettler.
All right.
Okay.
Yep.
And Drake Eaton's dead.
Oh.
We barely knew him.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mm. Sad.
He was shot through the heart. Who's to blame? You give love a bad name.
Bad name.
I play my part and you play your game.
You give love name.
Bad name.
I'm gonna have to do that Thursday.
Well, Faye randomly calls. I'm sorry.
Hello.
It's
Hello?
Faye.
Hello?
She called.
Hello. Oh, hi, Faye.
And she asks what to do, and Russell's like, call Madeline.
Oh, okay.
Well, Carrie's suddenly here at Russell's house. And she's like, what's going on? And Russell's like, well, you were staying here. You're the person who was staying at my house. I wasn't here, but I was lending this house to you to stay at.
Hmm? Girl.
This one's all over the damn place. Like,
Well, I mean, anytime relationships are involved, it usually is.
well, we're back at the hotel now, girl. We're back at the hotel.
Okay.
No, we're not. We're at the pool. Where are we first? Oh, we're at the police. Sorry, I skipped ahead. I need to make a note of this one. We're at the police. Because I've got at, and that's how I know when we go back and forth. I put a little at sign, but there's like 5 or 6 on this page. So I'm like,
Good Lord.
Where are we at? Okay, so we're at police. Carrie says she never knew Drake. She went and took a drive at 11, and she fell asleep. Nobody knows where Leonard is. Have you ever met anybody named Leonard?
Leonard. No, I have met a Leonardo, but not a Leonard.
I've met a Leo.
Yeah,
but not Leonard.
Wait, hold on. No, I take that back. There was a deacon at the first church I went to named Leonard, but I think it was. I'm not gonna say his last name, but yeah, there was a Deacon Leonard.
Okay.
Then
Deacon Leonard.
But you don't see that. You don't hear that name anymore.
No,
it's not a.
Deacon Lenny.
I feel like he was a nice deacon. The ones at the first church were super nice.
Why do I picture somebody named Deacon Lenny wearing like yellow alligator shoes?
Oh yeah, you got it. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, them deacons back in the 80s, honey, they dressed.
Oh, that's true.
They dressed, girl.
I forgot
they were
this was
flammable.
the 80s.
They were flammable, but they dressed, honey. They would go up in flames if you got them anywhere near an open flame. That polyester, honey, it was everywhere. But they look good.
We're back at the hotel, and JB's like, well, why did you lie? And Carrie's like, trust me.
You asking the wrong woman.
Well, Leonard's here, and JB's like, we have to go to the police. You have to talk to them. And Madeline's here. Whoever shot Drake is in big trouble. I'm going to get him, Sweetie, and his little dog, too.
She sounds real upset.
She is. But she looks fantastic in that red outfit with the big black thing. Oh, God.
Her wardrobe this episode is everything.
Fashion.
Everything. Love it.
Fashion.
Bring it to the runway. Bring it to the runway.
Cat. Category is 80s that bitch.
Yeah. Look at those shoulders. 10s, honey. 10s for those shoulders. Yes.
You scream corporate merger.
Stock buyback, not on her watch.
Who does bumps of cocaine on their lunch break?
Is she doing a death drop? No, honey, she's doing a layoff. Yeah.
Yes.
You get unemployment. You get unemployment. You get unemployment. Yes.
You're just fired. 10.
Keep it profitable, not messy.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Well, we're back at the telescope. And Faye said she worked all night, went home, and then went to bed.
I worked all night.
No, sorry, that's Leonard. Leonard says he worked all night, then just went home, went to bed.
Okay. That doesn't sound
but
like
but
it,
but
okay.
the sergeant's like, you have a gun? He's like, Leonard's like, no. Well, you have one listed to you. He's like, oh, well, I haven't seen it in a while.
just laying around somewhere.
Yeah, and Faye's like, there's no way that telescope could have moved on its own. I have the program right here. It was locked, so there's no way he could have done that himself. And she offers to enter the program. Don't know whether it's AA or not, but...
Girl, she wouldn't make it. She wouldn't. I'm saying.
We're back at the hotel now.
Yes.
Okay. Just looking to see how much more is left. Yeah, like this, we're getting whiplash.
This is like the Murder, She Wrote, sponsored by Pickleball.
Have you played pickleball? Never mind. I realized I just asked if Maim played a sport in her adult life. The only sport she's played is water.
I play that sport. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No, ma'am.
And you wear your hair in a ponytail.
No, ma'am.
Oh, God.
Do not measure me by what you think. Absolutely not. Mm-mm.
I had a friend that tried it once. And I asked him what it was like. He's like, it's like being peed on.
It's so weird, right?
It's like, I was like, well, did you like it? No. Would you do it again? I mean, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. It was just being peed on.
Right? Like, I mean, I think that's, I really do think that's why, for me, I've never, like I said, not judging, right? But I've never quite understood the sexual connection of it, because I'm like, I mean, that would be like, could you imagine, like, girl, every time you get in the shower and hot water hits you, girl, you'd be like, yeah,
girl, not
and there's
hot.
all these streams hitting you at the same time. It's like overwhelming to the senses.
But it wouldn't be hot water. It would be like lukewarm, the worst temperature. That temperature that's not quite cold enough to be a cold shower, but not hot enough to be soothing. It's just that.
It's like, what's your cake? My cake is good in my shower, and my water heater is about to die, and the water is a little bit smelly, and I just want a bunch of it hitting me at the same time.
Tepid water. That's exactly right.
Tepid, smelly water, girl.
Oh, God.
Multiple streams of it is overwhelming for me.
I have to take baths because I just can't handle a shower.
I got one of those rain shower heads. It's too much for me, girl. It's too much.
Especially toward the end when it's just the little tiny drips. It's like it's all over and I want it to keep going.
I can barely wash my upper body without me having an orgasm.
We're back at the hotel. And Carrie and Leonard just say, I love you. And JB's like, y'all, tell me the fucking truth.
Boom.
And Carrie said, well, I saw him. I saw Drake. I asked him to come over because Leonard and I were having some problems. I'd always, was able to talk to him in the past. He came over. He was drunk. He dragged me to the bedroom. I shoved him off, and then I ran. And Leonard's like, let's never speak of this again. JB's like,
okay.
What? He's like, no, we will never speak of this again. And so JB goes to the police, and she's talking to the sergeant. And he's like, my wife's a writer. She's not that good at it, but I have all this data and stuff. If we hand this over to you, you write up, hand it to your publisher. We split it 50-50. And JB's like, you know what? We'll do it for this case. If you give me all of the everything. She's like,
Wow.
He's like, absolutely. Well, so we're back at the university, girl, and JB runs into Madeline. And we found out that Madeline knew about Drake and Carrie. We also found out that Madeline had an adjoining room with Drake.
Ooh.
And randomly, Faye shows up. She's like, Russell's firing Leonard.
No.
So we go to Russell's office. And JB goes off on Russell. There's a phone call. And it's for JB, and it's the sergeant. Well, now we're at Russell's house.
Okay.
I'm exhausted just talking about this girl. And the sergeant's like, look, JB, you're going to watch a pro in action. You're going to watch a pro in action. And Leonard's gun is there. And there's a scarf that Leonard was wearing. And they're like, yeah, how did Drake's blood get on the scarf? And Leonard's like, it's not Drake's blood, it's my blood. J'accuse.
I know.
And Carrie admits to having the gun in the bedroom. Right beside the candlestick and the wrench and the lead pipe. And Leonard basically stands up and says, I killed him. Drake took the gun from Carrie, but I killed him. It was me. It's me. It's all for me. God.
This is an exhausting episode.
It really is. It really, really is. And this isn't even talking about the acting.
No.
There are, other than JB, there is one good actor. That's Madeline.
And I don't even know.
I guess Jeffrey Tambor's a good actor. For all the bad things I can say about Jeffrey Tambor, he is a good actor.
I don't know if Madeline's doing all that much acting, though.
No, she's not. But every time I see her, I just keep thinking, how much better would this be if it was Madeline Kahn in this role?
Oh, that would be nice.
Yeah. So we're at the police, and the sergeant plays the Russell Leonard's confession for JB. But the sergeant also knows he's lying and knows it's Carrie, so he's going to try to get out of her. So JB at the hotel, JB's talking to Carrie about the telescope, and like Carrie's like, how did he know that you were there? Nobody knew. And Carrie was like, well, the telescope just sort of moved on its own and ended up there. We're now at the telescope, girl. We're now at the telescope.
Come on, telescope. Come on, telescope.
And JB approaches Faye and is like, hey, you love him. She's like, yes. Carrie, it's never been there for him. I've always been there. But the this is the program I gave him. I didn't set up to do that. And JB's like, wait, the computer program you used that you gave him had a coffee stain on it. Oh no, you got me. I overheard Carrie talk to Drake, and I wanted to show him, but I was not there. But Leonard heard a woman upstairs. It wasn't me. Quote Shaggy. Wasn't me. Nothing. I get nothing.
I'm not a big Shaggy person. It's like,
Okay.
I will say, however, there's something to be said about a woman who has been unfulfilled for so long.
Quit talking about your personal life.
I wish Jessica could just have a moment, like a heart-to-heart right? Where she had, because this is not the first time she's dealt with one of these types of women.
It's true.
Where she can just shake them a little bit and say, just snap out of it, girl.
So Faye also said something about that she wasn't there when he was shot. And something clicks with JB. So JB goes to university and is talking to Madeline. And she talks to Madeline about Faye and the telescope and everything, and asks, "Did you follow Drake?" And she's like, JB's like, you knew. Here's the thing, you knew that the blood on his scarf, and I forgot to mention this earlier. She knew it was Leonard's, not Drake's, and you mentioned whoever shot Drake is going to pay.
Oh.
Okay, fine. He kept trying me, and no one uses Madeline DeHaven the way he did. I didn't even hear myself shoot the gun. But don't I look fierce in this lighting?
Yes, girl, you do. You do, honey. Yes, girl, yes.
Well, it's the
You
next...
better slay, bitch. You better slay.
I already did. It's the next day. The sergeant's got a movie deal, and JB leaves before Carrie and Leonard can make her stay longer. Do 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 do. Hey, Maim.
Yeah.
Did you find yourself a Miss Georgia World?
You already know who Miss Georgia World is, honey.
Yeah,
she came to slay, honey.
It's Madeline in that gold dress, the red dress, the black dress, everything that Madeline wore, and the wiggery.
Came to slay, honey. She came to slay. She
And
left
she
no
did.
scalps. No scalps unleft scalped, honey.
Did you enjoy this episode?
I mean, it was a silly one, so I do like it when they're super silly.
I like Madeline. I like JB. I actually like the sergeant. I like Jeffrey Tambor. I like that other dude, Thor, I guess his name is. I like Faye. I guess my problem are Leonard and Carrie. I don't mind a December-January relationship, but they were bad actors. I didn't dislike the episode, but oh God. Do you disagree with anything I just said?
I think that it's so funny because I feel like Leonard, because he was known as such a good guy in like the 60s and 70s stuff, that I think he was trying something. Like he was trying to be a different kind of characterization.
Yeah.
Instead of just, I would have felt so much if he played the same kind of kooky characters he played in the 70s and 80s, because they were endearing, right? If he had just played that same type of characterization this time, instead of like trying to be a little bit firmer and a little bit tougher and all of this, I'm like, you would have had us as sympathy, Ollie. We would have been in your court, buddy, if you had played like all of your old Disney characters that you used to play.
May, why don't you tell our dear listeners where they can find you?
Alrighty. So hello, dear listeners. It's I, Auntie Maim, your favorite relation. You can catch me performing, actually hosting the Amazing Colossal Karaoke every Thursday night at Killer Idol in South Beach, doing improv comedy with Villain Theater in Miami, and hosting just lots of stuff all over South Florida. Any kind of links to that you can find at I'mYourAuntieMaim.com. How about you, Mims?
Hey, y'all, I'm the Ron Mims. You can find me online at theronsmims.com. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Do you know we have Patreon?
Yeah.
That's right. Go to patreon.com. Mims Maim. Throw some money. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Did you know that we have another podcasts?
What?
That's right. We have Baking Sugar, our Designing Wind podcast, and Over the Moon, our Moonlighting podcast. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Do you know we have merchandise?
What?
That's right. Go to mimsmaim.com. You can buy something. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Do you know what I love?
You love a good, hard 5-star review.
That's right, Maim. I love a 5-star review, and I'll give Ronan Farrow one anytime he wants one. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Did you know that our listeners can reach out to us?
No, really?
That's right. They can send us an email at mimsandmaim@gmail.com or send us a text at 704-380-0618. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Do you have anything else to add?
Spay and neuter your pets.
Say goodnight, Maim.
Good night, Maim.
Bye, y'all.